Play ball! It's game one of the National League Division Series between the Atlanta Braves and the San Francisco Giants. Feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in game one.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground, no pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Welch is there, makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
At the plate, Ronald Anaya. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Runners off for second. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Mancini going back on it. Into the bleachers and gone. So a 2-run shot to left center. His first homer so far in the series as the Braves have opened up a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he had the right idea trying to bust him inside, but that pitch caught too much of the plate, and he took it deep for a 2-run homer. That was a nice swing of the bat.
First baseman, Justin Bohr.
Striding into the box, Justin Bohr. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
That pitch was way down on 2-2, but give the hitter some credit there. Sometimes with 2 strikes, you're more apt to expand the strike zone, but he didn't and held off on that one that wasn't even close.
Up next for the Giants.
Oh, man, that check swing was about as close as they get. Tough call for the umpire, but it goes the batter's way this time, and he draws the walk.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. And it's gone into the bleachers. So a 2-run shot to left center. His first homer here in the series. And the Giants are back within a run at 3-2 now.
I know I get big money for my expert analysis, but this is pretty simple. If you put a fastball up in the zone, over the heart of the plate, this guy's going to turn it around in a heartbeat. This one was no shocker. Specialist in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
Into the box, Clayton Kershaw. And they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. Oh, but they throw it away at second. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. So in now for San Francisco, Micah Welch.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Line towards center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, that wasn't your standard sack.
First baseman Freddie Freeman. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. One away now. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw.
Like this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of stress pitches for him, you know. Usually you can throw 100 pitches, and if you're not taxed and there's not people and runners in scoring position, you could be all right. But he's had to grind this one.
Hit hard down the line. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. And the runner from second is in to score.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Stepping in now, Bradford Robinette. He swings and misses. Throw down. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Well, this pitcher's out there just trying to get hitters out, and he's having a hard time doing that. So as a base runner, that's a good time to try to steal some bases. He's probably not as focused on controlling the running game.
1-1. This is on the ground over to first. To his right, Moore. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Now batting, right fielder, Jorge.
And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. No hits to this point.
We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
Now Kershaw delivers a 2-2. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Sam Freeman gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Sam Freeman.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
The 1-2. Line towards center field. And gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
They need to be aggressive right here from the offensive standpoint. Leadoff base hit.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Smoked on the ground left side. And that's through for his first base hit in this one.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team, this doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it. He's throwing strikes, and they're jumping all over him.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Right side. Albies picks it up to second for one. Back to Freeman, not in time, and they'll just get the one. So they avoid what could have been a costly double play there.
Well, they dodged the bullet that time by avoiding the double play. That would have been pretty demoralizing to end the inning. Now they've at least still got runners on the corners.
Oscar Hernandez will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 37, Oscar Hernandez.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Throw to the plate. Tag, and they nail him at home plate as the tying run is prevented from scoring. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So they pick up no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Braves 4 and the Giants 3. Carson Smith is called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only 1 man out. First pitch on its way. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit. And the second run will score as well.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful.
He takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. A couple of walks for him thus far. The 2-1 home. This one's smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Mancini facing back and gone into the right field bleachers. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. His first homer so far in the series, as it's now a 6-run ball game. Marcel Iglesias, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Robinette ranging back. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Here's Buster Posey now. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. High pop-up. Shaw over to his left. 2 down.
Up next for the Giants, the shortstop, Drew Robinson.
Drew Robinson the next to dig in. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Iglesias, a Cuban-born ball player. He's in the midst of his 8th major league season. Grounded back up the middle. Swanson brings it in. Throw to first will be in time to get him. And the Braves have taken home field advantage right from the start. They claim game 1 on the road as this one is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game. After a hotly contested start to the series, what's in store for us here? It's game 2 of the NLDS between the Atlanta Braves and the San Francisco Giants. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Yeah, this is just a 5-game series, so getting that first win under you is great. The most important game of a series, though, is the next one you're about to play. So treating this game like it's absolutely critical is a good way not to get too comfortable with your lead.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next.
Leading off with the Braves, center fielder, Bradford Robnett.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count, and the ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind an account like that, though.
Digging in, Jorge Bonifacio. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. Runners going. Strike taken to throw. He's going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there. They haven't cracked the scoreboard at this point, so it's clear they're trying to manufacture something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for them.
The next 0-2. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. Robinette rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100.
Justin Bohr.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Justin Bohr. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first. Yanked on the ground down the line. And that's a base hit. So the no-hit bid ends here in the 7th. So he was able to take it into the 7th, but the no-hit bid is going to end here with 2 out in inning number 7.
Boy, and Matty, this is when you start really thinking about a no-hitter. Once you get into the 7th, and it's hard not to look past getting through that last out, but D-Row, it just wasn't meant to be here with 2 outs in the 7th.
No, he's pitched a heck of a game, without question. You can't deny that. But this out.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now.
Grounded to third. Shaw gloves it. The throw pulls him off the bag.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. And as Giants fans hear on television quite frequently, that ball is out of here. 3-run home run down the line in right. His second home run of the series. And with it, they've left in front now 3-1.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great of the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
On his way out to the mound now is the Atlanta skipper, and a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. Final strike for the Braves. Hit down the third, and this will kick off the third base bag. And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. And he is out at the plate, trying to get a little too greedy when he didn't need to be, and this ball game is over. This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
Play ball.